Rovers could be set to increase their Belgian contingent once again, as a bit of midfield spice can be added into the mix. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks. Back once again in another video. Today we take a look at the latest name linked with Blackburn Rovers, and we'll get into him in just 1 second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, world football, transfer rumours. We're going to all here under one roof here. That's right. Got a little bit quiet for Rovers, but some names have started to creep out of the woodwork as we head into another busy week of rumours and speculation. But this one might have a bit of legs. We'll tell you all about that in just a second. A big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. And again, make sure you subscribe for your one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers content. So let's get into it. He goes by the name of Brian De Keersmaecker. That's right. What a cool name that is. Just think about the letters on the back of the shirt there, how much that's going to cost you. Might just have Brian on the back. That's right. He's coming at you out of, where is he? Hercules Almelo, out of the Dutch top flight, potentially. He may have got relegated. I don't know. Didn't do that too much of a deep dive. He's a Belgium. And we've got interest, it seems concrete interest. Now, this link is coming from Rovers' latest, who backed it up via this fella who is a journalist out of Belgium, David van der Broek. So it's got legs on this one, or at least some breadcrumbs to follow back. But also in the mix there are Oxford United. So his cost comes at a fee. And we all know what that means. That means we're going to have to generate some money from somewhere, and that's where the sting in the tail comes with this one. But we'll get into that in a minute. Oh, of course, I want to hand you over to Eddie for a quick reminder of stuff we're talking about at Blackburn Overseas.
Thanks, Dirk. Ewood Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right. Us at Blackburn Overseas hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages, and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the old description to follow the URL and fill out your name and, of course, maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet. But the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then, of course, then we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Thanks again for that, Eddie. So let's take a look at Brian De Keersmaecker with the coolest name in town. Here he is. We have the captain's armband for Hercules Almelo. So he does have a bit of authority, a bit of a commanding presence for these guys in the Dutch top flight. So take a look at him then. He is 25 years of age. He's a midfielder, plays as a defensive midfielder, but also can push further forward as a sort of box-to-box kind of guy. Right-footed. He's 182 centimetres tall with some stats down here. Tackling is a nice high 63. There's other benchmarks there, all above 50. So he's actually a decent-looking player. But again, there is a sting to the tail, this one. It always has it. If it was just add him into the mix, no-brainer. This would be quality kind of signing. But this is Rovers. We don't do that. He played 31 times in the top flight in the Dutch leagues this campaign, scoring 5 goals and 3 assists. He was in the starting 11 91% of the time, 89% of the minutes as well. He's got a yellow card and a red, a yellow double red, double yellow sort of thing. But it would be a nice option in midfield. Could be a good partner for Tronstad. And I'd like to say a good partner for Travis, but we'll get to that. Let's take a look at his stats then over the course of the season. Look at this heat map. It's very, of course, red, which means a lot of touches for the guy in that defensive midfield, and also pushing further forward towards the final third there. But ultimately, he's in this the middle there, the middle of the park. Coming at you, 5 goals he's scored, and all of them with his right foot. Actually, 1 free kick goal as well, which is something that we don't hardly see at Blackburn Rovers. Quote me the last time we scored a direct from a free kick. For Blackburn, it's been a long time. The XG is highlighted in blue for whatever reason. 3 assists as well. Key passes is not the greatest on that one. Passes, though, himself. 85% success passes all across the pitch. 91% success rate in passes in his own half. The interceptions up, the defending numbers are pretty high as well for him. And like I said, he has got a bit of a red mist about him. But hey, if we're going down the road that we could be going down, that's something that we probably would need to have in this team. Somebody, no slouch about them. We want him to be an enforcer, because we're going to need one, it looks like. Anyway, so this is, of course, his resume over the course of his career. He is 25, something like that. He's played in a variety of positions, a lot down the middle there, but he has operated on the flanks here on a couple of occasions as well. So some options there, potentially, some versatility, and you might need that, of course. This is the bit for me, and okay, I've not really talked about it, but we're going to get to it probably in the next slide here. So expectation is a deal for this fella, and we'll go back to his numbers because he's got some interesting figures there. The deal is here, realistically, it comes at a cost, comes at a pretty penny. There is no way in this Blackburn Rovers universe that we bring him in and we don't sell Tronstad or Travis. One of those would have to go for this to take place. Now, if you've been reading the rumours and the stuff and all that, Travis has been linked with Wrexham, like Sheffield United, Ipswich, Birmingham are all already in there. There's a lot, Derby as well. They're all after him. So Rovers are at a crossroads here. They've offered a contract. I don't think he's looking to accept it. Contract is expiring. It's more of a situation where we got to probably either cash out or he goes away for nothing. And then we're in a real pickle next season when he goes for free, and then we're trying to bring in a player of this quality, which would be much more difficult because we won't have any money to do that. So I think Rovers are trying to look for alternatives, and that is the same, I believe, for a couple of the situations. And now, you look at Callum Britton, another one with a contract offer possibly on the table, not looking to sign at the moment, or what have you. Cody Drama's still banding around, so I think Callum Britton is that sort of a similar situation that's Travis. So we're looking at the Cody Dramas, the Keersmaeckers here as replacements for those, not necessarily adding anything to the squad here. It's a replacement for a position that's already occupied, but likely to be removed. So right now, it's not necessarily adding the quality that we've already lacked. In regards to losing Emmanuel Dennis. Who else did we lose? We lost Corley Woodrow. We lost, who else did we lose at the back there or in midfield? We lost others. My mind's gone blank. Danny Bart, question marks. Andy Wyman, question marks. Of course, Tyree Stolen. So, we have made one move. So done and dusted. Denevra, not necessarily a replacement for any of those guys going out. OCD, we lost him as well. So ACD. Mario. So we lost a bunch of players. We've yet to bring any, and this one here would be replacing a player that's not necessarily was on the urgency list. I think when mentioned towards the back end of the season, the likes of Rudy Gestead saying we're replacing 6 to 7 players, and right now the Callum Brittons, the Travises of the world are not necessarily ones that we were thinking about. So this move here for this fella is in addition, I believe, for other stuff. There has also been mentions about adding another bit of midfield quality to it. This guy, unfortunately, as much as I like the look of him, definitely an enforcer and a guy who can go forward and score goals. The money it's going to take to get him, we're talking 3 million, and that for us is like your mission impossible. We'll talk more about it in just a second here. Played the top flight 64 times in the Dutch League's second tier there, 90 times. Played in the Belgian League a handful of times. And he's been in some sort of playoffs as well. The Crocky Cup, we like the Crocky Cup. He's played for FC Eindhoven. That's, of course, the cheaper brother of the PSV Eindhoven. Hercules Amlo is where he earns his keep right now. 7 goals, 6 assists, ain't too shabby out of 70 appearances. Did play for Belgium at the under-16 level. Comparing the two, here we go. The same footed, a little bit shorter. Again, his contract actually expires, does Travis, next summer. And that's the problem. He'll walk away for free. Whereas Brian De Keersmaecker, a couple of years younger, contract does expire 2028, currently valued at 3 million. So I think that's what we're looking at. We're trying to, I would imagine, if Travis goes, we would definitely increase the intensity of this And hopefully Big Val and Rudy Gestead do have some sort of contacts in the Belgian and Dutch leagues to kind of be on the right side of those guys and not get ripped off. Because that's the problem with the British market. It's loaded with the value is saturated. Everyone's trying to squeeze every bit of money out of everyone, whereas you can find those bargains in the European leagues. And this is how we do it. This is how we rock and roll these days. We got to try and find the gems. Some work out, some don't work out. Yuki's worked out. Wallstad didn't work out. Who else did we buy? The old Telilovic disaster class. Mac DeGay, jury's still out on him. Anyway, took a look at the numbers. De Keersmaecker's played around about 120, 30 games less than Travis, but he's chipped in with more goals as well. Travis has more assists to him. But equal sort of standard. And yeah, I think it's a good like-for-like replacement. But again, the line here, the headline that we're kind of burying the lead. Burying the lead is what I'm trying to say. Is it wouldn't be to partner Travis. If it was to partner Travis or Tronstad, I think we would be in a good situation. And when you think about it, and I'm not for one for selling Travis or Tronstad, but I don't see a scenario where these three players stay at Blackburn Rovers. I think they're too similar, and there's no way we would do that. I can see a possibility where we have two of the three. So I'd love to see this guy in there, but I wouldn't. I don't know. It's like your children. Which one do you love the least? Is an impossible question. Tronstad has come in and adapted well. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. Travis has been a little bit more progressive in his moves of late. He did dabble with his move to Ipswich. And he does wear the captain's armband. Who would come? Would this guy come in instantly with a captain's armband on, or will it be handed back to Dom Hyam, who didn't really prove to be the best? It's a very, very weird scenario we're going to find ourselves in over the next few weeks and months, because the Blackburn Rovers team that starts the season could be drastically different to the one that ended the season. We're still uncertain about Callum Britton, Travis, Danny Bart, and just Wyman. Of course, those two look like they're going to go to Derby. Tyree Stolen, of course, 5 sort of key figures, and then just some of the left behinds. We just don't know where they're going to end up. So, I think over the next couple of weeks, we should see a bit of movement. Because Big Val, and hopefully Big Val gets his way, because we need to be on the same hymn sheet heading into the pre-season, getting the guys, as many of the guys in, ready to rock and roll and play the football that we want to play. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster. And maybe the 150th anniversary of Blackburn Rovers will be a disaster. Now, before I tap out of here, we're going to throw you back to Eddie to give us some more updates and stuff that we're talking about. Eddie, back to you.
Hey, Ewood Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number, and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description, and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up the show.
Appreciate that, Eddie. Of course, check out the links down below for more information on that as we look for, of course, affordable away day travel and the 150th anniversary of Blackburn Rovers with your memories. I do need the memories, so please get them in the old drop drive there. I'll appreciate that. But until then, we've got some more news coming at you very, very soon. Stick around. Until then, we are done.